Yo, welcome, y'all. Welcome back to Yin Vision, the most positive place on the internet. I'm Yin. How you been? I talk about mindset, positivity. I talk about helping you get you to where you want to go. It's all on you, though, because it's your life. You're the captain of your ship. Be the captain. Pilot this ship, okay? Because no one else will. All right? I only provide you the tools that worked for me. Maybe it'll work for thee. Let me know in the comment section if it does, or even if it doesn't. Let me know what your experiences are with whatever topic I talk about in any of these videos, okay? So today's topic is on budgeting, okay? Budgeting got a very negative connotation because a lot of people have a lot of baggage that goes with it. Budgeting has in the past not worked for a lot of people. It's one of those things where it's a buyer beware kind of situation. Your results may vary. Personally speaking, I tried a bunch of different approaches to it, and this one works the best for me. Now, this is a very general idea. It's not a specific thing. You don't need a specific medium. This is the mindset part, okay? This is the mindset portion, meaning whatever tools you use to budget, whether if it's on an Excel spreadsheet or on a piece of paper or whatever you use, it doesn't matter. This is just a mindset. So you got to use it as it pertains to your life, okay? It's very nuanced. I want you to use it as it works for you, okay? Do what works for you. This is not an end-all, be-all, anything, okay? Positive budgeting comes from the concept of flipping the script. What do I mean by that? I mean, a lot of people use words that have a lot of negative connotation, so subconsciously, they feel constricted. That's a problem. The reason why you have negative baggage with it is because you do feel limited. You do feel like you're stuck in a spot. You do feel like you're kind of, enslaved by your limitation of what you can spend your money on, et cetera, et cetera. You need to flip it, right? You need to look at it as an opportunity, not as a limitation. So the word limitation itself will hurt you when it comes to budgeting, and I'll explain why. When you start calling things limitations, you create the subconscious in your mind that you can't do that thing, whatever that thing may be. And then as a result, you end up looking at a situation as unattainable, right? You look at spending as unattainable, and you look at your lifestyle as too out of reach, and your value of yourself goes down. A lot of people will stop doing the budgeting because of that reason. They'll give up. And the thing is about budgeting, it's all about consistency. It's just like exercise. It's consistency. Consistency is key. If you can't sustain the budget, it's worthless. So I'll give you an example. If you have $1,000 overspending more than you earn, then that's a problem. Your money's always going down, right? Which means you always have to keep making more, working more hours, spending more of your time, which is valuable. We can't replace time on this earth. But if you look at the spending and you say, okay, well, I can cut this and cut that, cut this, cut that, and you start looking at it as a limitation, you may go back to it because you won't be able to sustain it. Versus if you look at it as a form of paying yourself, right, which is what I call it, then you look at it with a more positive concept. It's something to look forward to. So for me, I pay myself back, right? So I'm not limiting myself. I am paying myself later. So let's say you pay yourself later. You have a goal. You want to go on vacation. You're going somewhere like, I don't care. Let's say you want to go to Greece. You want to go to Greece. It costs, $2,000, $3,000 to do it. All of it. The hotel, the going there, etc. And your budget is way high right now. So by creating the budget and you have it all set up, you already have it right. You already know how long it's going to take you. It takes you maybe 2 years to save for that. You start calling it paying yourself. You're now creating a incentive to consistently do it, right? You don't look at it as limiting yourself. You look at it with a connotation of, oh, I'm paying myself every month this X number of money. Now, when 2 years goes by, now I get to reap the benefits of this reward, right? Of my hard work, of not spending this money that I need, right? This money that I should be holding for things that I want to do. Now I can do it, right? So now you created that feedback loop that's positive for yourself, which is important. It's imperative you do that. Everybody who creates this concept of limitations and self-limiting beliefs, they go back to their old way. They go back to their old habits. And that's only because they weren't able to sustain it. When you're not able to sustain it, then you go back. And going back makes things even worse because now you feel bad. You tried it. You'll think you tried it. You think, it wasn't worth it. And then now you feel like you're not worth it. So it's a subconscious thing. Again, I'm not saying you'll consciously think this, although it is really bad if you do, but you'll definitely feel subconsciously like, oh, it's not even worth trying. So you got to look at it as a form of this money's coming back to me, right? You're not looking at it as I'm not spending this. You're spending it, but tomorrow, next year, the year after that, it's coming. Create a system where you're paying yourself, you're putting in another account. Maybe you're paying off the vacation as a credit thing. I don't know what you're doing. However your credit goes, maybe you're doing it that way, fine. But you're not spending it on willy-nilly stuff you don't need, right? You're spending it on something that is an experience that you want to do. Now you're creating this happy experience that you're looking forward to. You're knocking out things on your bucket list. You're traveling, right? Maybe you find something that'll change your life. Maybe you find a job over there. You don't know. You don't know what life brings you. If you try it, then you'll know. If you don't try it, you'll never know. So, and that's about it. And while you're at it, get yourself a 4 or 5 star experience. That means hotel, airline, etc. So then it creates an even more incentive to save, right? You're not quote unquote saving anymore. You're paying yourself. Remember that. So now you're creating another positive feedback loop in that way because you know your value. You feel like you are worth that, right? It's a subconscious thing. Again, when you go to coach all the time, you're going to create a negative connotation with travel. You'll be less likely to try and save up money for it, etc., etc. This is just an example, by the way. It could be anything. You could be buying tickets to a baseball game or buying tickets to a basketball game or trying to buy a home. Whatever it is you're trying to get, you're using that money towards something that you want that will make you happy as opposed to just stuff, right? Just, Netflix and all that stuff that's supposed to sterilize you, sedate you. I don't want you to buy things that sedate you. You want to buy things that make you feel alive, right? To do things that make life mean something, right? Anyways, that's my opinion. What's yours? Let me know in the comment section below. Appreciate your time. Have a great day. Bye.